Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna start talking about how to make money. So on my previous channels, we have basically talked about preparing your mind, preparing yourself, making sure that you have confidence in yourself to actually start making money. So when I was getting ready to do this video, I just decided to ask a couple of my friends, and I'm like, okay, why do you want to make money? Everybody's like, I want to make money, I want to make money. Why do you really want to make money? You know, I got some very sketchy answers. One of my friends said, I just want to make money. I don't know, I just want to be rich. I just want to have a lot of money. So I was like, okay, so what next? And I was like, I don't know. If I have a lot of money, I think I'll be fine. Okay, that was an answer. And another one said self-actualization. I don't know what that means. Actualizing themselves. That's what another one said. But now, if you're watching this video and you really want to make money, you need to know your why. So you need to ask yourself, why do I really need to make money? So if you don't know why you need to make money, I don't think you'll be really motivated enough to make money. Because if you're making money for a reason that, I don't know, maybe everybody's different, by the way. If you're making money for a reason that does not make sense to you, you're going to end up hurting yourself. You're going to have so much money and you're going to be more depressed. You're going to be like, I have all this money, but I don't know why I have this money. So you don't know what to do with the money. Personally, I want to make a lot of money. So much money because I want to help myself, make sure that I'm fine. Secondly, I want to help my family. And thirdly, I want to help my people, my community. Man, the only reason I do what I do is because I want to make money and I want to help people. If I don't help people, I don't sleep well at night. So that is why I make money. I want to make money. So why do you want to make money? You have to ask yourself, why do you want to make money? You know, basically, if you look at it, most Africans or most people that travel abroad or go to different countries to look for opportunities, the basic reason is because they want to go out there, make money, and help their people and help those that they have left behind. That's just basically it. So you have to have something burning inside of you that is going to allow you to push yourself out of your comfort zone to make money. If you don't have that, you're not going to make money. You're going to just be comfortable. You know, you will just be like, oh yeah, there's nothing pushing you to make money. So you're not going to make money. Okay. So what is money? We always say, I want to make money. I want to make money. What is really money? Okay. I had to go out and look for a very simple definition of money, so that when we're talking about money, we actually have to understand what money is. So when I went online, I looked at this definition. Money is any item that is generally accepted as payment for goods or services. So any item that is generally accepted as payment for goods or services. Goods or services. So my question to you is, what do you have in order to exchange for money? Because you need to have a good, something like there's another video that I talked about. If you had land, you can sell and make money. If you have land to sell and make money, you can sell that land and you can have money. And then that's a good. Or if you have products like, you know, cassava, whatever products, clothes, you can sell and make money. Now, services, if you went to school and you learn a trade and you became a doctor and you became a nurse and you become an engineer, you become, you know, any of these big professions that pays a lot of money. Now you can go now and exchange those services and you can make money. All right. Generally, the two ways that people make money in this world. Generally, two ways that people make money in this world. The first one is you get a salary. Your money comes in form of a salary. And the way that works is you work for somebody and then they pay you a salary. That's a very good way of making money. I really don't have a problem with that. I love that because most of my friends get paid a salary. That's the first way, you know. The second way is a profit. So a profit is you go out there and you buy something, or you have something to sell. You understand? But what I want you to understand is that in order for you to work and to do the second part, the profit part of it, you need money. So generally, I always tell people that I need you to go first and get a salary so that you can get money now. When you get that money now, you can start the profit part of it, which is a business. Most people that do the profit part of it, that's people that own businesses. And the first one, that is a salary, people that you work for somebody, you call an employee, somebody has employed you to work for them. So those are the two basic ways that you can make money in this world. You understand? But now, the good thing about it is that these two ways, you can make a lot of money. And I'm really for these two ways. I have friends that love salary. They love salary so much. I don't care what you tell them. They will go for their salary. They love their jobs. They are very comfortable with their jobs. I'm all for it. Then, very few people like me, we have to go out there and buy something. Like, for example, if I can buy a phone for like $100, I market $50 and I sell, and then I make $50. That's the profit. That's the margin, $50. That's how I make money, or computer or whatever. That's how I make money. You understand? So now, the problem that I have with these two ways is that we all make money using these two ways, but we do not know how to manage that money. The management of that money is what is going to determine whether you're going to be very, very wealthy or you're not going to get rich at all. You can make a salary and be wealthy, that's for sure. And on my next videos, we'll be talking about people that make salaries and they have a lot of money. I know people that have salaries and they have a lot of money, you know, because they know how to manage it. The millionaires working for somebody, they know how to manage their money. So we're going to be talking about managing our money. And then if you're working on a salary and you don't know how to manage your money, we're going to help you do that. If you're working for profit, or you own a business and you don't know how to manage your money, or you don't know how to build your business, that's what we're going to do. We're going to show you how to build your business so that you can start making more money. And then when you make more money, you can manage the money, and then you can live very, very wealthy. But the bottom line, you have to know your why. Your purpose is very, very important, that you know your why, because that is what is going to really motivate you. That's what is going to push you to go out there and start making money. Okay? So, next video, we're going to dip into how money works. How money works. Right now, we just have to understand money. This short video was just for you to understand money. Now, how money works. Everybody that is making money, doing business, or earning a salary, we're going to tell you how money works, how you can double that money. Okay? Thank you very much. I really appreciate you watching. I wish you a very good weekend. Take the weekend and think about it. Let's come back next week and start breaking it down little by little. As again, I want everybody to be very, very rich. Everybody has to be very, very rich. Everybody that is following me, that's watching me, my goal is to make you to be very, very rich. I don't want you to sleep and get up and start thinking about money. That is not my portion. Everybody that watches this video, in the next 1 or 2 years, you come back to me and say, Mr. Walanjo, thank you very much. That is my goal. You understand? And I'll bring people that are rich, and hopefully they will tell you how they can help you too to become very, very rich. I have to start talking to my rich friends, bring them to this channel so that we can share. All right? Take the weekend, think about it. I'll see you next week, and we'll talk more. Have a blessed week. Stay blessed. Thank you.